But I also think, boy, beat them doonies up. Boy, stop playing with me. Beat these doonies up. Like, I think that's what they. I just hear y'all be saying that word, and I think I know what it means. So that's how I'm gonna use it. Boy, beat them doonies up. Stop playing, boy. But at the same time, if you just gonna do it one time and be like, yeah, it was alright. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, you had some alright thinking like, boy, you better stop playing. You better come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if we had a great experience of each other. But I think like when I say beat the doonies up, right? When I think about intimate encounters, what I think about it like now, it's kind of like kind of want the experience of it being like a relationship, but not having to call it that and still have the trust of it being a relationship. Like, I'm just not titles and labels and things like that. It just hasn't been a. I think that when people add titles to things or add labels to things, it changes the experience of what it is. When I have saw it in the media, and it's not a fear of having a relationship, but at the same time, there's also like this knowing of like it just shouldn't be weird. We can have full conversations about these things and fully express how we enjoy a relationship, and if it works it works, and if it doesn't it doesn't, and there won't be any type of um any type of it's like if it just doesn't work as a relationship, it just doesn't work as a relationship. But at the same time, if you want to come every now and then and beat the doonies up, like, I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I think that I keep hearing this come up because I think that some tops feel like with their bottom, they just, you know, they don't like they booty hole play with. You ain't gotta play with my lane because I can do that myself, like, and get my own rocks off. You know what I'm saying? I can handle that myself on my own time, and often, when my ex would do it, I think he was kind of. I'm not gonna talk about his business, but I was gonna kind of talk about it for. I'll say it like this, right? I think when you're dealing with a partner that isn't sure about what they truly enjoy in the bedroom, if they haven't had like if they don't fully know their body, right? Then they or they don't fully know what they enjoy in the bedroom enough to tell their partner. It's kind of like when you get in the bedroom and they start doing something that is kind of like, okay, well, I didn't know you was into doing that. I didn't have an issue with him touching my thing. I'm like, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when I did, like, just fully open up, you know what I'm saying, and let him like, let me be kind of serious so y'all understand. Be serious. You know how toxic be like they don't want their booty hole played with and stuff like that. I'm gonna go nowhere near that. Won't But I think that at the same time there could be like openness enough that, like, if I'm in a relationship, I may smack her, but to be like, boy, stop playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's especially when we're at home to kind of just like be like a playful experience. But some men don't like that. Understandable. I don't always enjoy for my partner to just put his hand on my thing line because it's just like, you say you're a top, but I understand that top doesn't mean that you don't want to just fully experience your partner. You know what I'm saying? So I started in my past relationship allowing him to, put his, you know, touch me down there. And I just would never do that in a past relationship because the idea of a bottom or a person that considers himself a strict bottom is that, it's kind of like strict bottoms are seen as the they play the feminine role, and it's not like a playing the feminine role. They kind of sort of take on the feminine role of getting their doonies beat up, kind of like a female. You know what I'm saying? And most tops that have tried to, you know, get their doonies beat up, they realize that they don't like the process of cleaning it out, and they don't like the process of, or they don't like the feeling of how it feels. But I think that most bottoms who have been bottoms for a very long time, they enjoy the feeling, or it becomes enjoyable, especially if you're with the right man or, you know, top. And at the same time, it becomes like, it starts to become like a sacred, like, experience for a bottom, because you are allowing a man to dive in. Whoa. It's early in the morning, y'all. I haven't been practicing like a lot of things. He wanna dive in. Whoa. Seriously. When he is like, you know, and he pounding that thing, it's kind of like, okay, you pounding that really good. Like, it kind of felt really good, especially in missionary, and he pounding it really good. And then you trying to play a game, because some men be trying to play games. I'm like, all right, now I ain't gonna hit them up for a couple of days. And I'm kind of like, because I have understood, spirit to let me know if y'all playing the game. So I kind of be like, well, they just ain't hit me up. You know, so if that's what it is, that's what it is. And when I say hitting a bitch up, I mean they ain't dialing the number or trying to text me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and that's a great thing. That is also what his cousin helped me, like, outside of a relationship, because when my phone bill had got to $900 because I had caught a felony in the year of 2021, right? I think it's a felony. It's supposed to be. That's what they had told me. Anyway, after my phone bill here didn't get paid, and it was like $900, I was just like, well, bitch, I ain't gonna pay that shit. But I intend on paying it, you know, or I intend on paying it sometime when I have enough, you know, extra fundage to pay it. But, you know, if a man asks me for my number, it's be like, well, do you have iMessage? I can message you, or Instagram, you know? But I'm just not ashamed of those things. And I think for a lot of people, they will be like, oh, you know, he ain't got nothing going for himself. So, but that doesn't mean I'm not open to creating something to, you know, create that abundance for myself. I often think about having a partnership that involves social media. Maybe I could be like find a social media boyfriend, like a boyfriend that I have for social media, and then if he wants some pussycat, I give him some pussycat. But he would be like my social media boyfriend and my boyfriend, but we just be really just social media boyfriends. But I probably, like, even though I say like I would allow a man to, you know, play in my pussycat, it wouldn't be just like a whole lot of men. It wouldn't be like a whole lot of men. It would just be like the social media boyfriend. And if he had another partner, then I would just kind of probably slow down on giving him my pussycat, because it's just like, you ain't gonna be running in and out my pussycat and then running in somebody else's pussycat and then be like, you know, probably like, do you want want to be in a three-way? And I'd be like, boy, what are you talking about? That's why the old relationship he ended, because it was like he was talking to other people and wasn't, he could at least invited me to the party to be in some other experiences with some other bottoms. Maybe I'll lick some pussycat if they want to. You know what I'm saying? I think that experiencing other people, like, I just normally don't do that now. That's not something that I do, okay? I would. I say that I would do that, but it's just like at the same time, I know that I clean out well, but I don't know how other bodies clean out well. So I just be saying, sometimes I be saying stuff and I be like, boy, you don't really feel that way. Like, hell no. But, cause it's like, if a boy asks me, like, I got another bottom or whatever, and I'm like, okay, now I'm not gonna probably message him back. And he probably gonna be like, what's up? Like, so you ain't want to do that? Hell no, nigga, I ain't want to do that. I was just playing. I was just talking. But I don't know. Like, at the same time, I think that, life is about having experiences. But at the same time, it's kind of like when I get into, when I have intimate experiences, I like to be pleasure and pleasure others. So there may be the pleasuring spirit that I may experience that be like, if the bottom like open and the bottom start eating my pussycat, like my pussycat like, boy, like stop playing now, I'm gonna have to eat yours better than you ate mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, boy, stop playing. Like, no, seriously, I enjoy one partner in the bedroom. I've never been like a person that is enjoyed many people in the bedroom, but I think as I've become an adult and haven't been like sexually intimate in a while, I think that I can't say whether I would enjoy many people or not, because what if intimately I just whew, just be around like handsome people, because oftentimes I find myself really attracted to other bottoms, and like it wouldn't go any farther than, hey, how are you doing, and conversation. But I see so many other bottoms that are attractive, and I think it's okay to tell another bottom that they're attractive. That's how we can stop the unkind experiences in the LGBTQI community, by telling another bottom, hey, bottom, you is cute. Bottom, you got a nice face. We can stop the thangalang shaming, telling bottoms that they thangalang too big for them to be a bottom and they need to be a top. We can stop that shaming. You have a nice large thangalang, but I understand why you like to bottom, so continue bottoming. And just respect each other as fellow bottoms and tops and verses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that verses probably should stop trying to turn everybody else into a verse. Because, like I said earlier in the conversation, on South, if it looked like one of them Greek statues, know your place, bitch. That's what I'm going to say. I fucking know mine, ho. Not saying that it looked like that. But, yeah. Stop. Y'all be wanting to know. Stop. That's probably what my ex probably waiting to tell people, but I would tell people like, I know my place. I know why I like to bottom in the bedroom, and I got a fat bussy cat, but fat. That's why I think that's why Spirit was kind of wanting me to gain weight again, because when I was slim, it started kind of like my butt was kind of like big, right? It was big, but when I had got slim, like when I was 138 and weight, it was like my butt. I could feel like it was just a difference. Like, how would I explain it? It was kind of like I could feel the bone. It was kind of like when I grabbed my butt. I was like, when I grabbed my butt myself, I was like, dang, I can grab my whole butt with like one hand. It was like both of my butt cheeks was like in one hand. And now that I done got thicker again, it's kind of like one hand could barely fit on one cheek, and the other hand could barely fit on one cheek. I don't know. Maybe Spirit, that's why Spirit allowed me to be thick again. But yeah, I kind of wanted to slim down a little bit, but I don't think that's what Spirit wanted me at least for right now. Because I seen some signs of something else too. So that's probably not what it is about. Dang, I got into a good little conversation. This kind of why I had stopped. When I realized that I could kind of be in the same energy, I think that this is openness, right? And a lot of people, they experience certain substances to be open like this. But I naturally had to. I think that when people go through a spiritual awakening, some people stop drinking and stop smoking to to understand that they can experience this type of vibrational high without drinking and smoking. And that's oftentimes why people, when they're on their spiritual awakening, spirit will send them signs of, like, for them to stop drinking and smoking so that they can realize that they can be just as open naturally and be accepted by people naturally. Because if people don't like what I have to say in the video, it's kind of like, girl, that's your preference. Click on another video. You may like somebody else's video of them explaining it. You may like another one of my videos where I'm not talking about things like that. It, you know. But I think most of y'all I think most of you would enjoy it. I think most of y'all have. Yeah, child. Babe, your lunch is ready. Babe. I had a friend that I would kind of have these, like, we would say stuff like that in the store, like, babe. And I was supposed to be doing a video with him this year. It kind of was supposed to be last year, but I'm not sure if I'm still going to do that project with him. But I thought about how if we would have started, if him and I would have started a channel when we were younger, like 17, wow, we would have made money. Because even though he was a heterosexual man, I think that most people thought that we were dating. I think that it would have just been like one of those things where people been like, y'all gotta be dating, because the things that we would say to each other and the things that he would say were like, babe. We would just have these conversations that was just kind of like, I was thinking about this conversation that we had where it was just very intimate, and we talked about he was open enough with me to tell me that, you know, females just hadn't been treating him right in his relationships. And I think that was like, hopefully if him and I do the video together, I'll be able to explain it in the video. But I just thought it was cool when I thought about that. But when I was saying, like, babe, your lunch is ready, or like, I think you know having a partner is more than just, when I think when partners have the pranks and stuff that they do, I don't think that I would enjoy that as a couples channel. I think that because I guess I can share this with you. I thought about how if just hypothetically, right, if Avery and I had a channel, we could do like covers of songs, and being on TikTok. And I know that there's another couple, Eric and Beyonce. They call themselves Eric. Well, Beyonce and Eric, right? Y'all probably know who I'm talking about, and how they have their couple TikToks and stuff. What if there was like, when I think about it, like with a person like Avery, right? To kind of, we both enjoy arts and music, right? We could have like both like couple TikToks, and we have like singing, like I sing a song, he sings a song. And even though he's a very talented being, probably more talented vocally than I am, yes. And so, I can I can sing well though. I plan on doing a video with that soon. But anyway, just the idea of it, like to have people like, if I was in a relationship with him, be like, you know, if we made an agreement to share the money together, because I think in relationships, even if, you know, even if we didn't plan on sharing the money, it's kind of like, you know, you both would be making money from being on TikTok together. Be like, yeah, he won, but next time I got him. I got him, y'all. I got him. You know what I'm saying? Knowing damn well that man can sing. And I think like for YouTube, like doing like just for Christmas this previous year, I wanted to do that song, baby it's cold outside, na 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 na, baby it's cold outside, I'm at the moment, I'm very nice, na, 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 na. Start to worry. I can't remember the words. Anyway, I just thought about like some covers, like some Glee songs and things like that. I just thought about so many things that could just be possible for a couples channel that didn't involve those things like pranks and things that could be more of a healthy experience on social media rather than it being like things that could cause, you know, adversity within a relationship, if that's a thing. Anyway, I think that when I met Avery, there were some things that kind of showed me that maybe he wasn't interested. There was also some things that just reminded me of my twin. And so with relationships, I kind of often had this idea that maybe I'm always supposed to be with my twin flame. But then again, you know, let life guide the way to what is right for the now moment, because that will be the experience whenever it's meant to be the experience. So that's why I wouldn't want to call it a relationship, but also I would want to be open with my partner and tell them, you know, like, I do have a twin flame, but I've met so many people that say that they have a twin flame, but they're married to other people. So I didn't know, you know, whether it was a thing. Maybe I never had to leave my ex-partner, but at the same time, it was time. It was time. Because with my ex-partner, I realized that we both had things unhealed within our experiences that we both had to separate to heal. Yeah, it wasn't something that we probably would have been able to do together, I don't think. I think that his experiences were, you know, they were internal experiences, but I think that he needed time apart to fully discover himself, and I needed time apart to fully discover myself. You know, it's okay to understand that that's what you needed. Adult life, bitch. Adult life. But of a nice top tenderoni man that want to beat up these but nah, for real, I think that I'm in a place of getting to know other beings and just getting to know them, because I'm not sure that I'm not sure, because some of y'all, it's just, you know, who you share your energy with, right? Also, too, y'all saw that I done shaped it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So feeling cute or whatever, you know, shade right there, shade the pussy cat, ready to be with. For real, I think that I'm in a place of allowing spirit to guide me to what is right for me in this now moment. But you can follow me on Instagram if you think that I'm a high value man, a womb, man, a beautiful man, or if we want conversation. I'm not sure how much there will be, but I'll attempt to be a delight in conversation. If you're a bottom, you can tap my inbox too. I think some of y'all are very handsome. Some of y'all bottoms are very beautiful, cute. Y'all look like y'all can take a lot of dangalang. You sure do. You deserve to get your pussycat played in, and you deserve to get your pussycat ate from the back. And versatile men. I know y'all always say that y'all get the best of both worlds, but you ain't had the best until you had me. Nah, for real. Cause I'm not versatile. I wouldn't say that I'm not versatile, but I just, cause a lot of y'all say that you just haven't met the right person. If you like big thangalang, like 8 inches and 7 inches and whatnot, some of y'all don't consider 7 inches big because y'all done had y'all pussycat blow it out by like a 12 inch or a 9. You know, y'all done had y'all pussycat blow it out by some big things, right? But you know, if you enjoy smaller toys, then I don't know. But it's just still not my cup of tea. I don't know. But I do know because I enjoy getting this bus cap. So as I was editing the video, I started to kind of end it where it was, but I think there are some things that I wanted to add, and I think that it would be great if I did add some more content, like, you know. Anyway, I want to kind of speak about some of the value or things that I enjoy about certain qualities in men, and I also wanted to speak about I came across this video on YouTube. It was like the gay dating coach, and when I saw those videos, I started, I want to say that I kind of wondered what it was like in the dating world because my most recent relationship was in the year of 2019. So there hasn't been, I heard somebody say, goddamn. I kind of wondered what the gay dating world was like, you know, since I haven't been in that experience for quite some time. And I noticed that there are some beings that are more enlightened than I kind of, I didn't, you know, I'm sure that there are enlightened beings. I'm aware that there are enlightened beings, right? I'm gonna have to water my plants in a little bit because, hold on, let me do that first. Take care of home. I always take care of home. All right, I'm back. I kind of noticed that I had put some alkaline water, you know, in my plants because I don't know. I just didn't feel like going to the sink at that time. And they look a lot healthier just from consuming alkaline water. Anyway, that is just to show that the body is more healthy. Is more healthy when we consume healthier products. But back to the topic. I have noticed some men and they have like, I was speaking that I didn't think that there were men that like understood the world in a way sort of like I do, that were seeking relationships. And coming across that video or videos of the gay dating coach, and some of y'all may be familiar. I have a photo of one of the men from the dating show, because when I started going through his profile just to kind of see what type of individual he was, on social media. Not to say that there was interest in dating him. There is kind of like an interest in, getting to know him as a person, because I think that besides him being a gay male that I think was a top and things like that, I think that there were also other things about him that just made him a high value man, or some people call it a high value soulmate or a high level soulmate. When For people that don't understand the twin flame journey, I'll reiterate kind of in this video so people understand. The twin flame journey is said to be a soul journey where the soul is split into two bodies, and these two bodies, when they meet in the actual 3D world, or the world that we live in, when they meet, it sparks a spiritual awakening. And when they separate to do their healing, they kind of understand the purpose of it's not kind of like, they understand the purpose of the journey and understand why they met, and how the similarities of them, and how the soul is just is connected. Anyway, for example, some things from my journey, or what you will notice within some twins, because some people may be wondering, well, do you look alike? You either look sort of identical, like you're from the same family, and usually twins will show that they are like from different ethnic backgrounds, and they'll have similar features. Some twins will look exactly alike, or some twins will look like fraternal twins, but they just won't be from the same family. I've noticed similar features that me and my twins share, and we are like, within the 3D vessels that we are in, we're different ethnic backgrounds, sort of. He is we're both sort of mixed ethnic background. But anyway, because most of y'all are probably looking at you like, you a nigga now, you a nagga. But anyway, just that is just to sort of explain it. There are things within my experience that reflect things within his experience, and there are things within his experience that reflect things about my experience. For example, he has a family member, a very close family member that shares my name, Kevin, and I have a family member that until recently, and I've sort of became aware of this journey maybe five or maybe more years ago. And I have a family member that I became aware of has the same name as him. And the reason that I didn't know this family member is because they are older in age, but it's just a lot of things that reflect within both of our experiences. Anyway, I think that within the experience of being a twin flame, sometimes I know some people may have the question, well, why would you seek to date other men if you have that type of connection? And I think that people have to understand that you know, there's divine timing, but there's also a knowing that it is we although we share the same soul, we are whole and complete beings on our own journeys. And I do have faith within the journey. And at the same time, I think that it's also okay for me to, and for him, noticing that, you know, he's allowing himself to date others. I should allow myself to experience others also. So not to totally close myself off and not date because I haven't, like I said, my most recent relationship has been 2019, and the reason that I hadn't ventured out and tried to date was for this twin flame journey, and because we haven't, I guess you can call it no contact. Well, you know, Rona and stuff was around too, but we have been kind of in this no contact experience with each other as far as the 3D experience, like speaking and texting and calling. It's not that we can't call and text each other, but it's just kind of been like a no contact experience with him. Anyway, it's some videos on my YouTube. So if you've watched other videos, then you have little sprinkles of information. But yeah, I think that it's okay for just how he is, or from what I recently known, has had a girlfriend. I think it's okay for me to venture out and date also. So let's bring up some. I was going to speak about the man from the gay dating show. There may be some people or some of you that are watching that maybe want me to go more into detail with how I could see myself in a LTR with somebody, or a long-term relationship with somebody, knowing that I have a connection to my twin flame. And if there is time within this video, I will further explain. But for now, I'm going to speak about this this specimen of a man that I had viewed on the gay dating show, and I think that it was just something very attractive with his energy and how he views his experience. He was speaking about being from Pine Top, Pine Top, North Carolina. And so when I viewed his page, I saw that, he did speak about being an art teacher and sort of what he is searching for. And a lot of people within the South feel as if it can be difficult to find love. I know some people feel like it's a lot of Bible thumpers down here, and for you that aren't familiar with that term, Bible thumpers can be seen as individuals who are usually Christian, and they grow up with the conditioning that men should be with women and that's the only way that it should be. But as an awakened being, I realized that spirit is a energy of both divine feminine and divine masculine energy, and it created all of us without I guess you can say a co-parenting energy, because the energy of that would usually be seen to create a child would be masculine and feminine. It is both within itself, and it created us. And we often view God as a male, and for male to create life, you know what I'm saying? That's to show that God is both feminine and masculine, because within this 3D reality of human life, women birth children through their birthing canal. But anyway, getting back to the guy that I forget his name, but I'll try to show a picture of him. He even spoke about being spiritual rather than religious. And I think that being someone who was raised by a Christian family, and now I do have family members that are spiritual rather than Christian, but I think that hearing him speak about being spiritual, um, believing that um, there's a connection to the universe and we are all one collective conscious, it was kind of refreshing to experience that. And I seen some things on his Instagram about INFJ. And for you that aren't familiar with INFJ, it can, I don't have, the reason I'm explaining on here, I don't have any videos currently about it. It is seen as an intuitive introvert feeling judging personality type. Um, and yeah, it was just refreshing to see some of those things. He's an art teacher. I'm not sure if he would want his picture to be showed, honestly, but yeah. Um, Hold on. He also seemed like he called himself a top, but he seemed more of a soft top, like someone. And I think of a soft top as someone who is connected to their feminine energy, and it doesn't mean that they present as feminine, but it just to me seems like soft top, and not the clothing, but soft top kind of is the experience of a more nurturing man, or a man that is aware of not only his feelings but his partner's feelings, and is more nurturing, to shortly explain it. And he has a nice body, yet I think that when I notice things like that about a being, I often shy away from trying to date them, because they're probably looking for something similar in a partner. And not to say that I wouldn't try to achieve those same things, but I think for right now, it isn't my main focus. Although I wouldn't mind going to the gym. I wouldn't mind. Y'all have seen some of my little, y'all have seen some of the videos, if you've watched them, that I was at some point 138 pounds, and then now I have gained weight again, so I'm thick again, right? So I don't think it's a problem for me to exercise. And for you that don't know, I used to be a part of DCI and Winter Guard, WGI, Winter Guard International, drum major for 2 years in high school, and what they call it, indoor percussion. So I have been sort of active, but just right now it isn't a focus to put a weight on those things. And also, I think that there was kind of, I guess some people would probably think of it as insecurity around dating men who have nice bodies, because I thought that when I met Avery, and when I seen pictures of Avery, and I was like, oh, he been working out, he got a nice body. I'm saying, and I didn't even know that Avery could do a aerial, and I keep bringing that up because I have tried to do an aerial in the past, and I think that for you that do not know, an aerial is basically a cartwheel without hands. And there are things like front aerials, like which is like basically a front walkover, and it's like really fast, and it doesn't have hands or arms. You don't use your hands on the ground. It's not that you don't have hands, you just don't use your hands on the ground when you do a cartwheel or a front, like the front walkover. Anyway, when I saw him be able to do that, and I saw him do like the straddle leap, which is like in second position. I know y'all saw me like open up my legs like here. Y'all can't really see, but basically it's like, the legs are open. And when I saw him do that, it just I was like, wow, because I enjoy the arts. I enjoy dancers when I am visually seeing a person dance that is enjoyable for me. But anyway, I kind of have moved into speaking about Avery Wilson. And, he openly spoke that he is a bisexual man. And within his career, I think that he is he would probably at least be looking for someone or a person. And here's the thing: the guy that I was speaking about earlier and Avery are both the Cancer zodiac sign, and I don't know. It just seems that those. It seems that I've had friends that are that zodiac sign, and he kind of posts things often about, you know, people. If they basically if they aren't chasing him, then it's kind of like whatever. And I think that I posted on my own like page, well, if two people are in energies of wanting to attract a being who actually balances the energy out enough for them to create a relationship, if they're both just in the trying to attract each other, right? Like, if y'all are both thinking consciously, oh, well, I have to attract love. I'm just going to attract the love. Like, if we're both trying to attract each other, but we both don't make the initiative to seek getting over the ego enough to say, okay, well, let's start communicating and trying to make it work. Because if we both are in the same energies, it's kind of like a magnet. If you both are in positive energy or negative energy, it's kind of like not going to sit together. So, not to say that like positive and negative, it has to be like a sort of duality for it to work. But if we are both in the mindset of, oh, we have to attract the person and attract the partner. But again, I think that I'm not going to say Avery wasn't interested, but it kind of seems that way in a way. I would say interested of just on the strength of the energy, but at the same time, it's kind of like he has this energy of truly getting to know a person at their core before truly giving himself to a person, like kind of like a guarded energy. And that's understandable. And because I've realized some things about the spirit, that in having the connection of God speaking to me while I'm in or in the conversation with the person, because there are those things that go on. I think I often realize that, oh, well, this person is experiencing this person is experiencing that. But for the most part, Avery is a very healed individual. He's a very balanced individual, and it just seems that when in terms of a person having their shit together, he is that type of individual. And that's what I enjoy about him. That's what I enjoy about his presence and things like that. That's what makes him an attractive man to me. I could kind of sort of talk about him for a while, but to kind of be aware of time within the video. And I'm pretty sure hopefully you all are still interested. And I came across a YouTuber who I realized after watching some of his videos, was watching another YouTuber who I wanted to collab with. Now, the YouTuber that I'm speaking about, I think it's like Playboy Play, and we both had been watching the YouTuber saysotv or Chaliso, and now I did DM saysotv and inquired about a collab, and he said yes to the well, he said that yes, he could help me, but at the same time I started noticing some things about how we both were in our experience, and I'm more of a spiritual enlightened experience, and he is more of a hood type nigga, like ghetto type of experience. And I'm not saying that to be offensive, I'm saying that from how I am perceiving it, right? And you have no control over how people perceive you. But I told him, as far as payment, I at that time I didn't know if I would have abundance enough to purchase a collab or pay for what I felt he was worth. I'll say that. But I did have some abundance come in, but I think at the same time, he has a partner that he's in a relationship with, and every time I messaged him, I was kind of in the place of, well, I don't want to be offensive or for it to seem as if I am trying to interject on the relationship or like be what they call it, a home wrecker, be a Jezebel. Wasn't trying to do those things because, like I said, I'm a very I envision myself to be a very healed individual and to be respectful of other people's relationships, because I feel that when or how you allow people to receive you is ultimately what you receive back from the universe and your experience in most cases. And anyway, I came across another individual, and his name was Playboy Play. So again, I've spoken about it in a past video about saysotv, but I don't think that I name dropped him, but I'm name dropping him for the reason of openness, and it was no hard feelings. I don't think he messaged me. He didn't message me back because I think it was kind of like, well, he is in a relationship, and there are people in the world that aren't respectful when it comes to a person being in a monogamous relationship or wanting, monogamy in a relationship, and being on social media is kind of difficult. In terms of, I wouldn't say it's difficult. I think that it's just communication and things like that. But he don't play by his, and he made that clear. Purr. I seen that guy on TikTok. I enjoy seeing him. He was like purr. He don't even like finish his words, and I used to be like that in the past. Like, I'm like, and not, anyway, I'm about to get off to a whole nother conversation. Let's speak about Playboy Play. I saw some of his videos, and I don't know, his vision for what he wants to do with his channel is kind of what truly kind of attracts me to his videos and kind of wanting to know more about him. And it seems that these men that are speaking out about having experiences of being a bisexual man, and I'm just like, why is there so many bisexual men that I'm starting to be attracted to? It's more than likely a sign. I know it's a sign. Anyway, chill. Getting back on topic. Playboy Play and I sort of have the same well, I guess you would say the same sun sign. We do have the same sun sign, I think it is. The primary sign, a Libra. And so the way that he has spoken about, wanting to give back with his channel, I've also spoken about. I've spoken about wanting to do a giveaway with my first YouTube paycheck. So if I have 500 subscribers, which is the minimum requirement um, for what do they call it? AdSense, which AdSense is like the how you get monetized. So 500 subscribers is the minimum requirement for monetization. And what I do plan on doing is with my first paycheck from YouTube, I plan on gifting that to a subscriber. So that is a sign for you if you would like to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And when I am monetized, that first YouTube paycheck will go out to a lovely subscriber. But I also thought about how when he speaks about wanting to give back with his, and I'm talking about Playboy Play now. I was talking about my own channel, but now I'm getting back into speaking about Playboy Play. When he speaks about wanting to give back with his channel, I think that that is just I enjoy that quality in him as a creator.